Dear friends, happy to meet you once again through this video. In the YouTube series of foreign travelers to South India, I am presenting about the envoy of Sultan Shahrukh of Samarkand, Abdul Razzak al-Samarkandi, a Persian historian who visited India during 1442 to 1445 in the mid-15th century. This video will give Razzak's description of parts he saw on his way to Vijayanagar. I have replaced Kolikot with Calicut and Bijanagar with Vijayanagar for simple understanding. Way to Vijayanagar. This humble individual, having taken his leave, departed from Calicut and passed by the seaport of Bandana, which is on the Malabar coast, arrived at the port of Mangalore, which is on the borders of the kingdom of Vijayanagar. Having remained there 2 or 3 days, he departed by dry land, and at the distance of 3 parasangs, 18 kilometers from Mangalore, he saw a temple which has not its like upon the earth. It is a perfect square of about 10 yards by 10 and 5 in height. The whole is made of molten brass. There are 4 platforms or ascents, and on the highest of them there is an idol of the figure and stature of a man made all of gold. Its eyes are composed of 2 red rubies, which are so admirably set that you would say that they are gazed upon you. The whole is made with the greatest delicacy and the perfection of art. Passing on from that place, I arrived each day at a town or village well populated until a mountain rose before me. Its foot was covered with such numbers of trees and thorny bushes. On leaving this mountain and forest, I arrived at the city of Birdrur, of which the houses were like palaces and its beauties like houris, young women. In Birdrur, there is a temple so high that you can see it at a distance of several parasangs. It is impossible to describe it without fear of being charged with exaggeration. In brief, in the middle of the city, there is an open space extending for about 10 jeribs, charming as the garden of Iram. In it, there are flowers of every kind like leaves. In the middle of the garden, there is a terrace composed of stones raised to the height of a man, so exquisitely cut are they and joined together with so much nicety that you would say it was one slab of stone or a piece of a blue firmament which had fallen upon the earth. In the middle of this terrace, there is a lofty building comprising a cupola, a rounded dome forming or adorning a roof or ceiling of blue stone, on which are cut figures arranged in 3 rows, tier above tier. Such reliefs and pictures could not have been represented upon it by the sharp style and deceptive pencil. From the top to the bottom, there was not a space of the palm of a hand on that lofty building which was not adorned with paintings of Europe and Qatar, China. The building was constructed on 4 terraces of the length of 30 yards and of the breadth of 20 yards, and its height was about 50 yards. All the other edifices, small and great, are carved and painted with exceeding delicacy. In that temple, night and day, after prayers unaccepted by God, they sing and play musical instruments, enjoy concerts, and give feasts. All the people of the village enjoy pensions and allowances from that building, for offerings are presented to it from distant cities. In the opinion of those irreligious men, it is the Kaaba of the infidels. After remaining here 2 or 3 days, I continued my journey, and at the close of the month Zihijjah arrived at the city of Vijayanagar. The king sent out a party to escort us, and we were brought to a pleasant and suitable abode. I will stop here for now. Mangalore, Birdrur, Vijayanagar, present-day Anegundi, during the years of 1442 to 1445 were described by Razzak in this way. I am presenting the content from the book named The History of India as told by its own historians, the Mohammedan period, from the posthumous papers of Sir H.M. Eliot, edited and continued by Professor John Dawson, published in London in 1872. I have many more facts told by Razzak. We'll meet you soon with another video of his visit to Vijayanagar. Until then, thanks with wishes.